Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to post new blog updates to Facebook from WordPress. So every time I create a new post over my WordPress, I automatically add that post to the Facebook. So here my objective is, as soon as I create a new post over my WordPress, I am going to add that post to the Facebook. So for integrating these both applications, I am going to use an amazing automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to build this automation, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video I am going to show you how you can add your WordPress post to the Facebook. So right before you on my screen you can see I have integrated two applications, that is WordPress and Facebook pages. Now as soon as a new post will be created over the WordPress, that post will be automatically added to the Facebook. And I have built in this amazing automation by using an amazing automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So now I am going to show you how you can build an automation like this for your own business so that you can save your time and reduce your manual workload. So now let's firstly test this automation which I have already built in. So for testing this automation, let's move on to my WordPress account for creating a new post. So here you can see I'm landed to my WordPress account, and on the sidebar you can see we are getting this option for post, and on this post we are getting this option for add post, which you have to select, and you will be landed to the page where you have to create your post. So here I'm going to add the title of my post. So here I have provided the title of my post as small changes that make a big difference in your life. Now I'm going to add the description of this post here. So here you can see I have added the description of my post here. Now we just have to publish this post. So for that we simply have to click over this publish button, and here you can see my post has been successfully submitted, and you can even view your post. So now let's click over this view post hyperlink, and we will be landed to the post which we have recently created. Now let's move on to my Facebook account to check whether a new post is created over there or not. So here you can see in my Facebook account I'm landed to this page, that is digital dynamics, and here you can see under this page I'm successfully receiving the post which I have recently created. So now you can even see this post from here. So here I have selected it, and here I'm getting the post which I have recently created over my WordPress. So now I'm going to show you how you can build this automation within some seconds. So for that we have to access Pabbly Connect, and for accessing the Pabbly Connect you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly, and here you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user you can simply click over this sign up free, but if you are an existing user you can simply click over this sign in. And if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Connect, you get 100 free tasks every month for practicing Pabbly Connect. And if you already have an account you can simply click over this sign in. But before moving on forward, I'm going to tell you about Pabbly Community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly Community where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly application. So you can also join Pabbly Community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly Community, you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to Pabbly Connect again, and here I'm going to simply click over this sign in as I already have an account. And once you finish your sign up you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page where you can see these are the products provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to integrate two applications, that is WordPress and Facebook, we will be using this Pabbly Connect app which can integrate different applications and start automating your work. So for automating this task we have to access Pabbly Connect by clicking on this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page you can see these are the folders I have created, and inside these folders I have created my workflows. So if you also want to create your own folder you simply have to click over this create a new folder button, and here you will be getting this dialog box where you have to provide the folder name, and if you want you can even select the parent folder, and afterwards you just have to click over this create button and your folder will be created. But now I am going to create a workflow. So for that you just have to click over this create workflow button, and here you will be getting this option for selecting the workflow builder. So here we are getting two workflow builder, that is beta which is modern, fast and more flexible, and another workflow builder we are getting is classic which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So here I am going to use this newly launched workflow workflow builder beta. So for that you simply have to click over this select button and you will be getting this dialog box where you have to provide the workflow name. So now I'm going to provide a name to my workflow here. So here I'm providing it the name post new blog updates to Facebook from WordPress, and afterwards I'm going to select my folder as automation. Now we just have to click over this create button and here you can see that I'm receiving this pop-up which says workflow created successfully, and we are landed to a workflow page where you can see this option of adding the trigger. So now you might be thinking, what is this trigger? So triggers are first application or the application which is going to initiate a workflow. So in this case I want to initiate my workflow as soon as a new post is created over the WordPress. So here I'm going to select my trigger app as WordPress. So now let's click over this add trigger button and we will be landed to this trigger setup page where I'm going to select my trigger app as WordPress. So now let's search for the WordPress. So here you can see as I have typed its name, I'm getting this application. So I'm going to select it and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as new post publish. Now we just have to click over this connect button and here you can see I'm receiving this webhook URL with the steps for pasting this webhook URL. So by following these steps we can paste this webhook URL to the WordPress, which is going to act as a bridge between WordPress and Pabbly Connect for building its connection. So now let's copy this webhook URL and now let's move on towards our WordPress account. So here you can see we are landed to a WordPress account and on the sidebar you can see we are getting this option for plugins, and on this plugins we are getting this option that is add plugin, which you have to select and you will be landed to the page where you have to search for the plugin that is WP Webhooks. So now let's search for the WP Webhook and here you can see as I have searched for it I'm getting this WP Webhook plugin which you have to install firstly, and once your plugin will be installed you just have to go to sidebar where you can see this option of settings, and on the settings you can see we are getting this WP Webhooks which you have to select and you will be landed to the Webhooks page where you can see this option that is send data, which you have to select, and you will be landed to the send data page where you have to select the trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger as post created, which can be seen here as I want to trigger my WordPress as soon as a new post is created over the WordPress, and afterwards we are getting this option for add webhook URL which you have to select, and here you have to provide the webhook name. So now I'm going to provide a name to my webhook that is Facebook webhook, and afterwards we are getting this option for entering the webhook URL. So here you have to paste the webhook URL which you have recently received from your Pabbly Connect for building the connection, and here you have to simply click over this add for post create and our webhook URL will be added. Now let's select three dots of the webhook which you have recently added. So now I'm going to select it and here you can see I'm getting this option for settings which you have to select, and here you will be landed to this action settings page where I'm going to select my trigger as post, and here I'm going to select the status as published. So here I have selected it. Now we just have to click over this save settings and here our settings has been saved successfully. So with this we have successfully added our webhook URL to the WordPress. So now we have successfully built in the connection, and here you can see it is waiting for the webhook response in my Pabbly Connect. So for providing the webhook response we have to do the test submission, and for doing the test submission we have to create a new post over our WordPress. So now let's move on to my WordPress again and create a new post over there. So now let's move on to my WordPress account again, and on the sidebar again I'm going to select this add post option, and here I'm going to provide the title of my post that is how to stay positive even on tough days, and here I'm going to add the description of my post. So here you can see I have even added the description of my post. Now I'm going to publish this by just clicking on this publish button, and here you can see my post has been successfully published. Now let's view this post by this hyperlink. So here I'm going to select it, and here you can see I'm getting the post which I have recently created on my WordPress. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here you can see in my Pabbly Connect I'm successfully receiving this response, that is response A with the hyperlink of this post, and here I'm getting its title also. So here we have successfully added our trigger app, and we can have only one trigger app. And now I'm going to add my action app that is Facebook pages where I'm going to post my this blog. So for that we just have to click over this add new actions tab button, and here we are landed to this action setup page, and you can have many action applications or many action apps according to your workflow. So here I'm going to select my action app as Facebook pages. Now let's search for it, and here you can see I'm getting this this application, that is Facebook pages, which I am going to select, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as create page post. Now we just have to click over this connect button, and here we are landed to this Facebook pages connection page. And here if you already have an existing connection, you can use this, that is select existing connection, and if you want to build a new connection, you can simply select it, that is add new connection. And here we are getting our connection name. Now we just have to click over this connect with Facebook pages, and you must ensure that your Facebook account must be logged in. So now let's click over this connect with Facebook pages, and here I'm going to select the Facebook account which I am going to use. So here I'm going to simply click over this continue button for my Facebook page, and here I'm going to simply click over this continue button again for allowing the access, and my connection has been created successfully. And here we are getting some of the fields. So the first field we are getting for selecting the page. So I have already shown you on my Facebook account I am going to use this page, that is digital dynamics. So now let's select it over my Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to select my page, that is digital dynamics, which can be seen here, and here it is asking me to enter the message which I am going to post over my Facebook pages. Now you might be thinking that I am manually going to type my message, but no, I am not going to manually enter again and again the titles of my post which I have created over my WordPress. So now I am firstly going to enter the title of my post by mapping. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I am going to map this field from the response which I am receiving from my WordPress, as WordPress is my previous step. So the process of mapping is simple. You just have to select the field which you want to map, and from here you have to select the application from where you are receiving the data. So here I am going to select it, and now I am going to search for the title of my post. So now let's search for it, and here you can see I am getting the title which I am going to map, and this title will be dynamic, means this is going to change with every new post or every new response. Now I am going to add some message manually, and here I have added this line, that is read the full post here, and this line will be static, means this is not going to change with every new responses. And afterwards we are getting this option for entering the link URL. So here I am going to add the link of my post. So now let's search for the link. So here you can see that I am getting the link of my post which I am going to enter here, and this field will be also dynamic, means this is going to change with every new post. Now we just have to click over this save and send test request for sending the test data to the Facebook. So now let's click over this button, and here you can see as I have clicked over here, I am receiving a positive response which demonstrate that we might have created our post over our Facebook. So now let's move on to my Facebook account to check it. So here you can see in my Facebook account I am on this page, that is digital dynamics, and here I am successfully receiving the post which I have recently created, having the same title which I have recently entered, that is how to stay positive even on tough days. And here I am getting the link of my post which can be seen here, and that's it. Here I have created an amazing automation by using which you can automatically add your WordPress post to the Facebook. So if you also want to scale up your business, then start using Pabbly Connect now, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations like this. And if this video is really helpful, then smash the like button, and if you want to practice this workflow, you can find its link in the description given below, and make sure to enter your doubts on my comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Connect for free now.